Hello, is anybody else excited that it's the 1st of November, or is it just me? Excuse me, I've got the croak back a bit today, but hey. Happy All Saints Day. What I'm going to do is just see if we can do two routes from an issue to a solution. One is the path of revenge, and the other is the path of forgiveness and surrender. So, but before I do that, let's just mark out the distinction between what forgiveness and revenge are. Revenge is sort of, it's often the reaction rather than the response. And just because you forgive, it doesn't mean you can't tell your truth. Telling the truth is not revenge, it's telling the truth. So even if you've forgiven and surrendered, you don't have to keep quiet about it. You just do it in a different way. You tell your story in a different way. So that's called justice. Okay. Then justice comes with truth, hopefully. So, okay, let's have a ding. Oh, I didn't light the candle. Blither. Excuse me. Should we have a stinky stick as well, seeing as it's a festive occasion? Happy New Year, Celtic, too. Oh, hail. What have I done with it? I've got matches. Blither. Talcum. Oh, here we go. Let's do this. I've got extra long matches. Oops. I always used to go like that to light matches, but I saw Rosalind Russell go like that in Maine. I've always tried to do it. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're all wet. It's a flaming Maine. Claude Dorry, I can begin to tell you what I think of your house. Anyway, here we go. Oh, stinky stick. Do you know? There we go. As it's a festive occasion, have a wish after three. 1, 2, 3. No, it's a nice wish for you, not a nasty one for anybody else. 3, 2, 1. There we go. There's been some sort of a delivery downstairs at London Zoo, Mark II, so there might be a bit of, let's call it a food delivery, shall we? They're getting rather rambunctious. So let's push all that aside. Because it's All Saints Day, there's a lovely reader that I watch who repeated a very important message yesterday about the power of actually praying for people who've done you wrong. You know, I'm loath to say enemies because, well, let's just do that then. People who've done you down. Instead of returning negative energy, then it turns into like a negative energy ping pong tussle. If you actually catch that ball, throw it off the court, and actually send a prayer back, saying, hoping that they will heal. Let's put it that way. It's much more powerful, and that's this lady is in sort of. This is a sort of a knock on from the power of her reading yesterday, and I thank her very much. So we're going to invite Pure White Spirit Light to come down and bless anybody who interacts with this message, and little old me for doing it, and ask for protection and guidance, please, and thank you. Come on, Dean. There we go. Okay, I always forget this. We'll see how long it takes. Excuse me. The cards are good to go. So this is the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck by Sean Leonard from Canada. Wisdom of the Elders. It's such a beautiful back. So let's see what the issue is. Oh, what was that then? Spring, new beginnings. It's not spring and it didn't hit the deck, so but it is New Year, isn't it? So there we go. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Milky Way, Spirit Road. Well, that's much more November, isn't it? Okay. 37. 3 and 7. This is the Celtic Healing Oracle, so whatever issue might come out of here that you need to correct, we'll go revenge and forgiveness and surrender to upstairs. The Chariot and the Charioteer, rescue from danger. Ooh, that's got me. I want to know what happens, even if you don't. Excuse me. 37. Oh, it's that. That's why I'm choking. It's not my normal cough. So this is the lovely book that comes with it. I love that picture. So 37. Oh, hey, hang on. We have the technology to do this. Woohoo! There we go. Is that a thing? Is that a happening thing? Cool. Spirit Road. Star stories are a heavenly embedded aspect in indigenous culture, and there was an awareness even centuries ago that the night sky was a window in the connection to alternate realities and to the spirit world itself. We are a small piece of the universe's expansive nature and to our home within the Milky Way galaxy, which we share with billions of stars and countless more moons and planets. Our star, the grandfather sun, resides at the centre of our planetary system and is the heart of all ceremonies within indigenous culture. These ceremonies showcase a depth of knowledge and wisdom and highlight the importance stars play in the daily life of indigenous people from around the world. In Mi'kmaq culture, the Milky Way is viewed as a spirit road for our spirits to venture out and reconnect with the other side, and as a way to re-enter life in the form of reincarnation. We experience self-expansion and soul growth through our life experiences, continually returning to a physical form on Earth and possibly on other planets. This endless cycle is reflected through our many lifetimes, through the cyclical nature of the heavenly bodies above us and through their orbits within the cosmos. When we are alone, standing outside among the stars, we can take time to wonder about what is out there and what our place is within the universe itself. If you have drawn the Milky Way card, it may reflect on sudden insights about past lives or coincide with strong feelings of déjà vu all over again that feel divinely guided. It suggests that now is the time to see and accept the bigger picture of your current reality, rather than dwell on feelings or helplessness or feel bogged down by the weight of your concerns. Remember that you are made of stardust and you are a sacred piece of the divine nature of the universe. Oh, well, that's nice, isn't it? It's quite a nice card for the day after Halloween as well, isn't it? A way to connect with spirits, or for our own spirits in whatever form. So where are we? So then the Celtic Healing Oracle is number 61. So this is where we're going to try and get to, based on this. See, we've got to knit them together. Okay. A chariot and a team of otherworldly horses draw the sun across the sky. Oh, we're just talking about the sun. Cool. In the heat of battle, the charioteer draws his chariot slightly apart from the fray and stands ready to rescue the commander if combat presses dangerously upon him. The charioteer's qualities are intense personal loyalty and trustworthiness amid turmoil and danger. Excuse me. You are attracting trustworthy, loyal companions and reliable advice. Perhaps you are in a leadership role and you need sound and supportive feedback. Perhaps your present situation is dangerous and you need to be cautious and attract loyal companions. If your life is in danger or is turbulent, having a trustworthy person make decisions on your behalf is the best course of action. Often it is sufficient just knowing that others are available to listen and support you, even if you rarely call on them to act. Excuse me. Even just talking things through with someone truly interested in your welfare and ready to help is stabilizing and heartening. The charioteer's great strength is his or her trustworthiness and readiness to help. The more stressed your situation, the more important is reliable counsel and the loyalty of comrades and friends. Choose your confidence wisely based on their actions in the past, and then seek their counsel, support and assistance. Excuse me. Okay. So this first one, it's about finding your place. There's a lot about sun, isn't there? The sun is a lot about self. So somebody might be having problems with who to open up to and trust around here, if you see what I mean. This is much about the confidence of self, isn't it? And this is relying on other people, so that this is you within the cosmos, and this is you asking for advice. If you can, if you dare, if you know anybody. So it's not going to be a specific topic, it's more of a thought, isn't it? So let's do 5 cards. I'm going to frame this. I'm going to go with I don't know actually. I'm going to get another card out because it's just a little bit too sort of philosophical, that, isn't it? Hasn't worked, obviously. So rescue from danger. This is the Madame Endora deck. Yeah, I knew I should have taken that off there because it's invited an empty space, didn't it? This is the Madame Endora deck. It's a fantastic book. It's got all kinds of stuff in here. Yeah. So let's have a focal point for this. Oh, the Knight. Oh, that's quite close to the Chariot here, isn't it? Triumph over adversity. Okay. I think I can find that. If not, we'll have to do something else, won't we? Yes. Here we go. A medieval knight in shining armour. Let's just do that. A medieval knight in shining armour sits atop his rearing steed, sword raised and ready for battle. His gleaming blade acts as a formidable weapon against injustice, while his armour protects him from harm. His golden shield bears the likeness of the phoenix, the symbol of indomitable adversary. A gallant protector and warrior, the knight possesses a courageous and competitive spirit. He is the champion of justice and a symbol of triumph over adversity. The knight is a loyal guardian and serves his king and queen, acting on their behalf at all times. So what we've got again here is somebody acting on somebody else's behalf. Knights of legend were defenders of the realm that were said to battle dragons, giants, and other monstrous beasts. Though customarily male, the knight may also symbolise a strong female who rises to the aid of a worthy cause. The knight is the avatar of chivalry, displaying great courtesy and high moral standards. He is a valiant crusader and a seeker of truth, sworn to right the injustices of the world. The knight is selfless and lives by a code of honour, valiantly putting the needs of others before his own and defending those who cannot defend themselves. That's crazy to get these two cards out together. Excuse me. The knight's great physical strength is matched by his fierce determination, courage and loyalty. The knight may represent someone who comes to your rescue to take your side when you face insurmountable odds. The knight reminds us to take up noble causes and selflessly fight for what is right. Be direct when dealing with others and meet matters head on. Make sure you are fully prepared for engaging in battle. So it sounds as though someone's got quite a bit on their plate. Again, I've tried to narrow it down, but we've just got a repetition of this, really, haven't we? So that means shut up, Edward, stop asking dumb questions and get on with the reading. So it's not going to be I can't keep ploughing through decks because I know what my crew are like. They just keep giving me blank. They'll keep repeating the same thing. So what was that then? Well, we've got the Emperor card. This is going to be the revenge path. We'll just choose 5 cards. I don't know what's going to come out, obviously. So that's about somebody. So the knight will fight for his king or emperor. So it looks like you've got, just the very fact of doing that, it looks like you might have more support than you think. Oh gosh, look at that. Knight of Swords came out. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, lummy. Now, can you see all of those or not? No. You can now though, can't you? If I did that, you might see it a bit better. Oh, don't look in. Oh yeah, it's just it's just the thing. Excuse me. Let's get the other one. What's that? 9 of Cups. Okay. Straight away to go the forgiveness route. Oh, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. I'm liking this route already, even though this is a bit more swashbuckly, isn't it? It's much more fulfilling. Oh look, King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Whoa. Okay. Oh, Ace of Cups. You see, that's the difference. whichever way you get to the King of Pentacles in the middle, that way leads you to the Eight of Swords. That way leads you to the Ace of Cups. How does it end? I hear you cry. Make it a good one, please. Oh! Are you sure? Let's have flavours of the Seven. I'm going to go, because it's a 7-7. I'm going to put flavours of the Seven of Wands in there too, because those two actually do go very. They dovetail pretty neatly together. Just want to repeat. Let me just have a quick sip of water. Now that this other path starts off with love and rainbows and unicorns, I'm going to push this further down the more aggressive route. Now, let's just say, here's you in your universe looking up at the stars thinking, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why? Why does this always... No. And then this one came out, which is the healing. We asked for more and we got the same message. People don't really want to dive into your battles. You know, it's not as anybody else's battle to come in and save like this. I mean, this is the stuff of fairy tales, isn't it? And myths where people come diving in and save you and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't really happen in real life. So it's almost like you need an imaginary best friend, if you see what I mean. It's always good to have good people to talk to, but you have to get yourself to that point where actually the battle is over, and it's good people who will be there. A bit like when you finished a marathon, they'll be there with the Mars bar and the tin foil. Do you know what I mean? It's not anybody else's responsibility to fight your battles for you. Having said that, they might think the world of you, like the Knight of the Emperor, but ultimately it's your battle. It's your fight. Now, I would suggest, these two came out beautifully together, especially with these, because the Emperor is Aries, is Mars energy. Actually, Mars is just about to go retrograde, isn't it? Ooh. Actually, it's just having an opposition to Pluto, isn't it? And Scorpio, where we are now. But the Knight of Swords with Mars energy, that's throwing your weight around, isn't it? I think that's really throwing your weight around. And they say that the King of Pentacles is the most senior of the kings. So it's like throwing your weight around to assert your authority. Because either way, you're gonna try and assert your authority. There's no mistake of this doubling up here. Now, if it's what you've always done, because that's all, let's face it, some of the funniest, sort of cutest movies around are sort of getting your own back, sort of revenge kind of movies, because they're fun. It's the Wile E. Coyote creative genius type of thing. But it's not really a way to live. It makes a good movie, but not really a way to live. So if you're going to carry on down the same path, throwing your weight around, and the Knight of Swords is very reactionary, and I think I said that before, this is very reactionary, not responsive. It's going to trigger you're going to still have the same triggers and buttons that people can press, and actually it's going to be almost just as destructive as it is constructive. But here we are, swords and swords. And at the end of it, you probably end up back at the status quo, because it's going to damage you just as much as it's going to damage them. So this is a real fulcrum here, and it'll just go back to this status quo. Nothing's going to change. On the other hand, if you choose the Ten of Cups, kill it with kindness, it's much more rewarding. You still will take your power back, but it's done with love. Love for self more than anything else. And I have an Aquarius moon, and this is the card for Aquarius moon. It's quite a difficult card in tarot if you look at it as though someone's stealing from you. But, excuse me, red is the colour for power in tarot. And his power is in his thinking, or his hat, and fancy footwork. It's almost like someone who's been a bit hard done by, actually taking back what's theirs. And it's only when they went to, let's say this is the enemy camp, it's only when they got there they realise how much has been stolen from them and how much has gone missing. So you might have to go back and make another trip. But it's honestly, he's not wearing a red cloak. He's using the power of his feet and the power of his thinking. So it's almost a bit like, the movement is a bit like the Knight of Swords. But this is getting back and taking back and protecting what other people have taken from you. A nice 7-7. 7's a good number. So actually, it's a different way. You end up with more here than you do just like slipping back to there, because rather the 7 of Swords, in the positive way of looking at it, than the 8 of Swords, this is much more roller coaster. And that's a bit flat. As my geography used to teach, she used to say, hi. And I can't do it because I haven't got the voice to do it. Hi, like flat and undulating. Anyway. But that seems to be quite a nice little dinky story there. Anyway, I hope this touches somebody enough to go through acceptance, forgiveness, and surrender. You know, you couldn't make, especially this bit here, you couldn't make that up, and then this bit here. So it's lovely. And let's just say thank you to the guides, and thank you for All Saints Day. It's been a beautiful day here. Have a lovely weekend. Take good care.